Go ahead and less music. Boop.
What's your SoundCloud rapper name?
Was that? Oh, I don't have one. I'm just repping Anaya's stuff.
Call you Little Pho.
All right. All right. Can we time out for a second? Rep, you can put the yellow flag down. Okay. No. It's fine. No. Let me just outline this.
I remember that.
So welcome everyone to what would have been Sunday, but is now the Monday My Hero Academia Manga chapter read. We got chapter 322 on deck, the latest chapter. But first, Mark, there's something that we always do. What would that be?
At 10 o'clock at night.
Yes, it is the recap episode. 321 is the best way to remember this chapter. But aside from that, a lot of things to remember by. The fact that it's the part 2, the whole I actually forgot about this, but the whole cover art, which was kind of like the getting the All Might mech Deku moment.
The fucking robot Deku.
But yeah, what was happening last chapter? So we saw like the car Hercules out like kind of like overwatching like these tilted towers.
And Hercules or just a car that happens to look like Hercules?
It does look like it. I'm basing it based on it kind of really just looking like the Batmobile, but mainly the sunroof. There's something about that sunroof that gets me. But Endeavor shows up on scene. He pretty much is the one to outline the fact that no one else in like who is a pro hero should interfere. It's really Class 1A who needs to do this for Deku.
Very much so.
And so everyone just get him in their part 2 of like, Deku, please be rational, please come back with us. But Deku's like, nah, you can't keep up with me. And then, well, before we get to that part, we'll just go and quickly like look over what everyone else is saying.
Christoph here in the chat, I will fight you if you mention this.
Oh my god, oh yeah. But what was it? Todoroki, Bako stay kind of silent. Uraka's getting prepped for something that we don't get to see. Froppy goes in. She tries to like lasso Midoriya, but he dodges. But it turns out he's lassoing Mineta, who's gonna throw in his his signature, the Mineta beads tenfold, where he professes his feelings for Deku.
Pain.
The translation on Viz has not changed. It says, "I fell for you when you were scared and sweating buckets. Don't worry, we kind of like took care of all that. And cooking your boots. It was you back then that I admired." And then he pushes them away with Black Web, like. Ugh!
Just for some clarification, people who are native Japanese speakers did say that it could be used that way, but it is all. But pretty much the context of it, if you actually did say this in Japanese, is meant in a platonic way, like "I love you, bro."
Yeah. Because like really like they've been like buddy, maybe not as close as him and what was it Aoyama, but it's still like a kinship that they had. And I mean, that's just pretty much just saying like it was you who like I admired and inspired to like push myself to this point. But Deku's like, sorry Mineta, the old me's gone. Yeah, I feel bad because like he literally just like a fly swatter. Deku charges up Fa Jin for a little bit. Uraka like tries to jump in and tries to like say something to Deku, which he's forcibly trying to like not hear. And he like zooms past her, but Uraka's already in position, so she gives the cue to everyone now to create like a ramp that like leads up to her, to which we got like a huge crazy combo going on with everyone pushing and supporting from behind while Ida, who is covered up in necessity right now, is being propelled forward by Todoroki and Bakugo, but literally everyone is pushing right now. We got the flash freeze heat wave, right? Todoroki's like, said we can't keep up, huh?
Bit.
Sends the gif. And
I fucking love this page.
Uraka says, the thing is, Deku, I'm pretty sure that's her talking, we don't want to be protected by you or reject who you are and what you're doing. We just want to be with you. And this is a really good thing. A lot of people mentioned this, and I love the hype for this particular chapter, which was Bakugo really letting the spotlight be on someone else other than himself.
I just realized he's also doing a.
Yeah, he's also doing. You don't get to see it as profusely, but he's doing it too. He was saying, Deku, I got a lot I want to say, but no, I actually got a ton of things I gotta say. But for now, passing the mic to the guy built for speed. Get him, press.
Go get him. Next thing you know, you see Ida just.
That's me on accelerator. It really is, though. You just sit peacefully, just waiting because you know you're gonna get sent back, and all of a sudden, like every single part of your body, like forces you back.
When she says she's home alone.
But in any case, so Ida catches up to Deku like in no time. All of his armor is like falling off at this point.
Chipping away.
Deku's like, no, just let go. I won't. Ingenium, the hero, will dash across the land to take a lost child by the hand. Because giving help that's not asked for is what makes a true hero.
And he made us all cry.
And he cries. Now,
remember your thumbnail for this was perfect.
He's just like,
and he just said, like, I can't.
It's perfect. All right, so now we jump into chapter.
It's not gonna get any better this chapter.
Okay, I'm really debating. I was actually debating whether or not I wanted to solo this one because it's just like I want to take all of it, but it's also like, no, it's fine. I could probably use like an extra buddy just to make sure I don't like lose breath. But I will begin then. We got chapter 322. This is Deku thinking right now. The moment he got like his arm taken, I have to free myself from his grasp, but I don't have the strength left to do so. Deku just, all he can do is just try. Number 322. Great explosion, murder, god dynamite. Get this man out of here.
I always just say dynamite.
I'm passing on the mic, Cap.
Yep.
But I do like this bit because like the hair like whips back, and Deku, though extremely dirty still, in like the second to last panel really kind of looks like a cleaner, like almost younger Deku, kind of like how he was when he was in the One for All space, and he was talking about Shigaraki for a quick second, and like younger him just kind of like came out of like for a quick second to say something.
Because he wasn't as dirty.
Yeah, he's straight dirty. But
and now they're reaching terminal velocity.
Oh, they are. So the next page, it shows Araka like pressing release, and what was it? It's Ida who's like falling now. He's just like, oh geez, how do I stick this landing? His eyes zoom in on the security. She was like,
I'll catch you.
I'll catch you. I'll take this last page and then you can continue.
I've got you, Eddie. I've got you.
I'm coming. Everyone rushes this scene. Whoa, are you okay? As Kirishim's like, I won't break. As he yells, Midoriya. A while back, this one story threw me for a loop. Some kid my age dashed into danger to save a pal. It had to be you, right? It's true. It's actually like what happened.
Indeed.
Yeah. All right, let me just zoom in for you, Mark. And there you go. Zoom. Kirishima.
That didn't have squat to do with special powers or anything. What you did back then is the same sort of action we're taking for you now.
Nice.
Stellar positioning on your part, Kirishima. Just happened to be there while following Endeavor's orders. dude.
Dude. Oh, there's the rest of them.
Hey, gang.
Hey, gang. Everyone rushes.
So this is awkward.
All right, go ahead.
We have Mina. You've got Coda next to her, but Mina's the one talking. Midoriya, I can't stand the thought of losing anyone else, Kay? So, won't you stick with us? We've got classes to attend and study and stuff. I said stuff. I said stuff.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Stuff. And stuff. But also study. Just quiet. Whoa there, as Midoriya just falling over. Midoriya. I'd like that, but I'm too scared for all the people at UA. Don't want to make trouble for anyone else. Things just can't go back to how they used to be. Not anymore.
Okay, computer. All right. So, next one. Here we go. Here we go. I know this. I sense it. All right. I'll go in with this one. Here's Bakugo. He's finally saying some stuff here. Hey, remember what I said when Shigaraki made Swiss cheese out of me? No, I don't. It was stop trying to win on your own. I had more to say. I needed to tell you that I got stabbed because my body moved on my own. You know, I always looked down on you because you were quirkless. Supposed to be beneath me. But I kept feeling like you were above me. I hated it. I love this bit because it's mirroring exactly top to bottom as like younger versions of themselves, but it shows younger Deku as just as wiped out as he is now. But Bakugo continues, I hated it. Couldn't bear to look at you. I couldn't accept the way you were. And I'll just go ahead and carry this one. So I kept you at arm's length. It was mean to you. As they show images of them growing up into middle schoolers, I tried to act all superior by rejecting you. I kept losing that fight. Since we got into UA, nothing's worked. Their uniforms now? Nothing's worked out how I thought it would. Instead, this past year forced me to understand your strength and my weakness. And to now. Now I don't expect things to change a thing between us, but I gotta speak. My truth. Izuku.
Called him by his name!
I'm sorry for everything.
I'm sorry for everything.
Damn, dude. Okay. Sorry, Mark, go ahead.
I knew you were gonna want that. I was like, he's gonna want that page real bad. Yeah, right? We see he's just completely just distraught. Bakugo just apologized
Even
for everything.
it really was first name too. I was like, excuse me, dude?
That threw you, dude. It threw you off, but for me, I was just like, oh. We see Izuku inside. We see this right here. Oh, this isn't Izuku. I think this is Bakugo speaking. There's nothing wrong with the path you've been walking down since inheriting One for All and following All Might's lead. But now, you're barely standing. And those ideals alone ain't enough to get you over the wall you're facing. We're here to step in when you can't handle it all on your own. Because to live up to those ideals and surpass All Might, we gotta save you, the civilians at UA, and the people on the streets. Because saving people is how we win.
Look at this character development. Right here is the peak. Mina's in the back. He's saying like, he's taking my spotlight. Oh, but go ahead and continue.
Everyone, as he just falls forward. As Izuku just falls forward. I said you all couldn't keep up with me. Everyone has always been way ahead of me. I'm so sorry I said something so awful. As he just falls,
Slump,
Bakugo catches him.
Splash!
We get it.
Damn. We get it. And we just get a lot of illustrations of everyone just kind of looking, or Well, I guess honestly, just kind of taking in this moment.
Should I just take this bottom?
Oh yes, please. Here, let me go ahead and zoom in there.
We see Uraraka, then we see Momo and Uraraka, Momo speaking. With that, our first challenge is cleared, but the road ahead will be perilous. Then we see Uraraka. Yeah.
Oh my god, all this.
Something you didn't expect.
This is a meanwhile, as we hear like a voice from distance. Oh, he's waking up. 13's up. Oh, that's great. Can you hear me, Midoriya? Yes.
And we see what 13 looks like.
13's face. At present, this is 13 continuing. Most civilians have gotten into evacuation shelters across the country. The majority of the holdouts are anti-hero protesters who form vigilante corpses or violent pillagers, simply riding the wave of escaped convicts. And we have a much more like fortified like UA.
Hello, welcome to UA Fortress. How are you? This is a military base.
I love the text bubbles for this one. We're just like zoom, as they just zoom out to this.
Damn.
Anyway, 13 continues. Every day, more people grow wary of the anti-hero ideology and decides to move into the shelters. Meanwhile, most of the violent radicals end up forming gangs that are easy enough to track down. The mass evacuation continues amidst the violence, and personnel are assigned to deal with one effort or another. Everyone's doing their utmost to improve the situation. As for the aid you were providing out there, the heroes and the police are now able to take on that burden.
You mentioned the anti-hero ideology. The anti-hero ideology isn't necessarily I would say it's not necessarily a bad thing, but in certain circumstances, yes, it's not going to help, so I can see the concern.
Right, because, well, I guess I was thinking more like mass vigilante is like one, like something like an early Spider-Man would try to do like consistently,
yeah.
But during this would probably be a little bit too draining. But anti-hero is also a little bit more extreme.
Plus, because the anti-heroes, they're still heroes, but they're people that do things that aren't exactly considered good, but they do it for a good reason.
Yeah.
Like, they're heroes, but they're doing things that aren't exactly hero-like all the time.
Yeah. So
basically a hero getting their hands dirty.
All right, Mark, you can continue.
This is Yue? As Izuku says, she's that one big ol' eye.
Yeah, it is a big ol' eye. Like, oh my god, what is this?
And stop staring at me with them big ol' eyes. Let me see the UA. Let me see. This is Sero talking.
Mm-hmm.
The UA barrier's out in full force, and this giant wall is just the tip of the iceberg. You mean there's more?
Oh, I thought I was talking Kirky just saying, "You freak!" And I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, we see the Invisible Girl. Yo, freak! When you hear the deets about this system, this system, they say we can combine with we can combine with Shiketsu Academy. Of course, I want to honor Class A's feelings about all this, but he looks so fucking tired.
Oh yeah, he is the tired.
No, I can't come back. We see 13. She's like, eh?
You're
What's all that noise?
It's
like, it's like a huge crowd.
Oh, don't worry, it's just people singing Bad Romance again. Bad
Romance. Don't let that boy take one step into UA, as these scared civilians are talking.
Oh man.
They say Shigaraki was targeting some kid. And he's the one, isn't he?
Crowd of people. The mainly like a strong bulk of protesters out front, but a lot of people like kind of spread out in the back. Still a lot of people.
Izuku just sitting there like, well, this is what I was fucking expecting.
Yeah, this is it.
President Mike, hey. Now take a chill pill, folks.
He has to really calm down for that too. Okay, here I go. So they say, didn't y'all hear the principal's explanation? He guaranteed our safety no matter what. What? What? And you were convinced by that crap? We abandoned our homes and came here because we thought it'd be safe. So what's this ticking time bomb doing here? Just shots of him just absolutely, he's still shaded, right?
As you can see, the crowd sound effects still there. Rah, rah.
Yeah. Why's it gotta be UA, huh? Let him hide somewhere else. As he like turns away, and it's Araka grabs his hand as he turns to her. Hey, it's okay.
He's gonna block out the haters.
Ida and them started linking this chain. Bakugo played his part too. We're not letting go of you now. We won't let you. Because when heroes need protecting, we'll be there to protect them. Are you kidding me, Araka? Why you gotta be like this?
He's like, because when we need protecting, they need. Like, who's gonna protect us when we need help? Izuku. Izuku will be there protecting them.
Damn, dude. The strength, the character, it's all here. It's all here.
I just want to say, Bakugo's character development just don't fucking stop.
He doesn't miss. But early on, he really did.
Early on, he was a fucking douchebag.
He wasn't an asshole. But
everyone despised him at first.
Oh yeah, especially me. Well, not especially, but just like yeah, he's one of those. I was like, all right. He has to progress the character development more, so it's all good. And then he actually changed. And I was like, he's supposed to change?
It's legit that one page from the manga. Are you telling me he changed his character?
Really?
Are you telling me he got character development?
Yes, Monoma. Yes, he changed.
I love that scene so fucking much.
But as you can see, the last page just says to be continued. So we'll just be on hold until further notice.
Uraraka about to face a crowd.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like, wait, she's going to actually like hold Deku's hand and walk through this crowd of protesters? Jesus, dude. I mean, she can float, but it's like, nah, it's not the same impact.
They try to start anything, Bakugo just causes an explosion. Disperse already. Like riot police.
How to clear Bakugo.
Flashbang.
How to clear a crowd. First, take a deep breath. Stretch. Lift your arms into the air. Heat dome attack.
You need to be stopped.
But yeah, I really like this last bit because like it really just shows like I guess like the strongest characters here are really like Uraraka and Bakugo because of how they're interacting with Deku now. Because Uraraka's been slowly and steadily just kind of maybe not steadily, just actually been increasing like in her efforts to become like this ideal hero for herself and for others. And Bakugo obviously finally giving the apology, and even though Deku isn't like strong enough or in the best situation to actually respond to that like earnestly, is just I think it was well needed. And I think
don't forget Ida.
Don't forget, oh my god, don't forget Ida. Oh my god, dude.
Character development for days.
I think Deku needs to just simply like take a real good breather, take a shower, bruh. Take a 2.5 hour shower, I swear.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
And then just think about like what everyone has gone through at this point, because he's gone to a point where he's apologized for saying such mean things about like them not being good enough to even like be at his level when they just did. But I feel like he needs to like talk to everyone, if not like one-on-one, just as like a whole group, like in the same type of like home setting. Just tell him like how he's like kind of going through things and trying to figure things out. But
you need to talk it out, man.
I think that bit with Kirishima was actually really cool too, because it happened around the same time. We even like, well, I mean, I'm going based off the anime at this point, but they were talking about how, like, in Kirishima's flashback, as he was trying to save Mina from pretty much Gigantomachia at the time, he
It's a
froze.
while to think about.
He couldn't do anything. But Deku, on the other hand, rushed in to save Bakugo that time, so it speaks volumes to him. And of course, going back to Bakugo, because like that's just there's so much there. There's so much
Call
there.
him Izuku.
Literally just kind of going through the whole timeline of their like relationship being so
Izuku.
right. And honestly, I don't expect Bakugo to be that sincere with Deku like for a while. Maybe respectfully, sure, but like not like that. That was something different.
He bowed, apologized, and then caught him.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a
so
bro
good.
right there.
Just it's so good with these characters now. But now we don't know what's gonna happen.
You remember when remember the time that we saw that one video that said Naruto's got better written female characters than My Hero? Yeah, still cap.
I'm gonna have to I gotta raise my imaginary large cap and start running around with it because
Cap.
listen, I know Sakura has had a couple of character arcs. I know Ino's kind of had a couple of character arcs, but you know, they kind of forgot about her for a little
Even
bit.
Tsunade, who's like praised as one of the best written female characters in Naruto, still
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, when I can't even like 100% like side with that, I have to like think about it. It's like, yeah, I think she definitely peaked when she decided to take up the mantle for Hokage, and that's it. That's where she stopped, and I'm like, damn, that's actually kind of sad to think about because she's really been the head honcho after that for a while.
Like if I was to think of well-written, strong female characters in recent times that I could think of, I would think of probably a couple of the girls from I can't remember their names right now. A couple of the girls from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
I would think of Mario Leona from Black Clover. I would think
Okay.
of Mirako, and I would think of
Mirka.
Mirako, Lady Nagant.
I think Mirko's just strong. Period.
Yes, but she's also a strong female character.
Oh yeah, from the literal sense, like yeah, she's absolutely just crazy strong.
And from the Broly movie, Chile, I would include Chile in there. I thought Chile was actually a very well done female character.
Fair enough, yeah. I think I was trying to think of another female character. It's weird because I kind of want to point fingers at like Fairy Tail, like for some of those characters, right? But
Fairy Tail, like say what you will, say what you will.
say
Fairy
what you
Tail
will.
has
Okay,
some
hold on. Here it is.
The Fairy Tail has some very well done female characters, in my opinion.
I think so too. I just don't think that the plot really like lends it to them like at the end of the day. Well, mainly just for their character arcs, and that's it because there's definitely like a main focus like on the main protagonist.
Oh yeah, but everyone also like if you ask anybody loves Erza, everyone loves Erza.
Yeah. I was gonna say like I'm pretty sure not everyone, but I can just say like everyone likes Fairy Tail.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody who's seen Fairy Tail, usually everyone likes Erza in terms of a character. Like everyone likes who she is, what she's about.
I kind of do. I understand like her backstory is kind of like well, it is very tragic, but if I had to say like as far as like the character growth and overall, I guess it would be Lucy in my mind because she really
Oh yeah,
did change like the most.
Lucy used to be just all about the money and everything. She's changed completely.
And I mean, she wanted to be like the writer, and she ultimately did, but she also found like a lot more value, like that, like in just joining like Fairy Tail, that just kind of bolstered like her like confidence in herself, and just kind of like rekindled like things in her life that were insecurities of her own. So that's how I'm like, yeah, she's got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but needless to say, there's a lot of characters in My Hero that like just female wise have just gone like a lot. Even if like the story doesn't focus and revolve around them specifically, like they have strong moments that consistently stay with them. It's not like I mean I'm gonna have to pick on Sakura for a little bit, but the fact is that she has like cycles in which she is very helpful. She finds more resolve in herself, but then she feels like weak and powerless because she's always comparing herself to the two strongest motherfuckers out there.
Also, you said Sakura helpful. A lot of people would disagree with you there.
I mean, yes, I understand that like it's kind of a hot topic because like a lot of people like grew up with the character too. And you know, like I've seen her from here and there and she's definitely like changed. Oh, excuse me,
It's
nasally.
legitimately a meme now. It's like a meme fact that Sakura is useless.
I mean, she's definitely like had like really good moments. It's just that it's always like her saying that I always have to catch up with these two, and she sometimes doesn't really own it for herself. I know that
Not
like
really. Like
recently,
I haven't even seen Naruto, and I know that.
I think that like by the time you start watching like Boruto or just know like how she is in Boruto, like she's like fully established herself. Like that's a good Sakura right there. She's reached peak. She's peaked. She's good.
When you mention Sakura in Boruto, there's one thing that comes to mind every single time.
Was that
The joke of she's so useless she gave birth to an Uchiha who needed glasses.
that? That's a bit of a stretch. I've never really heard like that form of uselessness because like Sakura should just be treated as her own character. But I get it. I get it.
It's like I was like, fuck. I was like, that's a low blow, but damn, it's actually kind of clever.
I don't know what to say about that. I think I feel hurt. I
It's
feel hurt.
because of all the people that would need glasses in
I
Uchiha. That's
no
like,
no no. I get it. I get it. But it's just like, hey, come on, bro. It's
damn.
like that. That's a level of hurt that I wouldn't even go into.
That's a low fucking blow.
Yeah. So, without trailing too far off the topic, this was a wonderful chapter. Just to like, no, it's pretty much like the falling action here.
Oh yeah,
The
like it's
fact is
definitely.
that like Deku's
I think
finally calmed himself down. He's still very doubtful. He's now being a lot more conscious about like how people are like thinking like individually, like from his classmates specifically. But
yeah,
I
he's starting to
think
consider others' feelings right now.
yeah, I also think that's a good idea to actually do show like this side that people are pretty much well aware that like Shigaraki is targeting someone and that someone is probably him. So everyone's being extremely like discriminatory against him.
Well, that
So
just it's the thing to show you human nature. It's the fact that human nature, while can be good, when we are scared and our lives are on the line, sometimes we can be irrational and sometimes downright cruel.
yeah, it definitely just shows like exactly like what Momo was saying is that like we finished the first step, the next part, or just generally everything like ahead is gonna be really dangerous. It's gonna be
Yeah,
difficult.
because it's like this. Like one thing I would compare it to. Take this for example. You can take this person in. You'd be doing a good thing, morally good thing, keeping this person in here. They could probably help you, but you know this person's also marked.
Hmm.
So you know
He's branded.
taking them in comes with risks.
It does, and but it's tough because like when you're the public, you don't really fully get it because you're just out to just make sure that you're okay, make sure your family's okay.
Eh,
But in the circumstances here, it's not just about like making sure that everyone's safe, but it's also make sure that you save everyone, like everyone, and that includes Deku here too.
yeah, that's the thing. When that's like what I said about human nature, though, is we tend to think about self-preservation.
Hmm.
Like, well, yes, I agree with you and them when I say it's important that you save everybody, but I also can understand the standpoint of the civilians in the sense of, you know, I'm fighting for my fucking life.
I'm fighting for my fucking life, bruh. But yeah,
It's
so
like they left home and entered an armored fortress.
it is so. My guess is next chapter they're going to jump into like, well, I guess really just the deets of like the security here, like unless it says it rivals, if not surpasses, like what was it, Tartarus.
Tartarus. If it rivals
then Deku's
Tartarus,
gonna
I'm
have
scared.
major I mean, he already has concerns for the place. Like, he's gonna. I mean, like, I'm trying to be optimistic about like how like things will go about, but most likely Deku is gonna just have like his like doubts about it and just voice it to maybe President like Principal Nezu, other pro heroes that will be able to listen to him. Fact is that like it or not, like, I'm branded. Villains are gonna start flocking over here now.
And he's still got one quirk left to activate.
That's true. Like, I don't know what my final quirk is.
The second
And
user.
ultimately, like, there's so many people out there who have just as many quirks as I do have combined that will storm these walls. So, and he would just probably explain, like, that's the whole reason I left in the first place.
That is true. The assassins are still after him.
Yeah. But you know what? Like, someone can immediately, like, turn the tables right there and just say, like, well, we did the exact same thing with you, so we can work together instead to ward them off. And that could be a pretty good start there too. So
And also,
go
this
ahead.
is also when we're going to be getting the conclusions to a couple other things.
Hmm?
For example, Toya.
Oh yeah.
Toya, they can finally focus on that.
Do you think Deku would help in that like actual endeavor?
He's got something else he's got to do.
This is true.
And you know what I mean? I mean, overhaul.
I mean, there's that, but didn't you know, Mark, that meddling in other people's business is what makes a true hero, though?
Well, yes, but it's a
But
family endeavor.
that's a family endeavor. Fuck, I hate you. How could you do this?
You're the one who asked who's going to help in this endeavor.
I did. And I hate the fact that
You
you
think
didn't
I
like
didn't
at all
notice?
flinch with that.
I know. I was like, you motherfucker. I didn't say anything, but in my head, I'm like, you motherfucker.
How could you? I placed the trap card right there.
And I just stomped on it, say yeet.
That episode Yu-Gi-Oh! GX where it's like, I lay down 3 trap cards. You know, you don't have to tell us what it is, you know, right? You have to just let it out, be in the
I
open.
love
It's like,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Dubs so much.
no, that's all right. It's all good.
I looked up
Anyway.
how many episodes of GX there are, by the way.
It's like 150 of them in total.
152.
90? Okay,
Oh,
190.
no, wait, it's like 155.
Something like that. It's nearing like the half like way point to 200, but not like all the way.
Meanwhile, it's like I think it's 155, and then the original Duel Monsters is 224.
Okay. That's not
And then
too
of course
bad.
you got it. Then of course you got to add up 5Ds, and you got to add up Zexel, and you got to add up Arc 5, you got to add
5Ds.
up Brains.
To Yu-Gi-Oh! 5 Wiis.
5 Ds.
They're not Wiis. They're first aid.
Their first aid.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and just call it for the actual like recording for chapter 322. So yeah, so appreciate everyone for tuning in for the manga chapter read. Next time we actually don't know, so we'll just have to keep our eyes out and ears open for any type of like news about like the next chapter reveal. But yeah, I would say this has been a great chapter. I look forward to like more discourse about like now that Deku is slightly on board. Maybe next chapter could be like his actual resolve to help like Yue and everything. I think that'd be like the best thing to do. So until then, we don't really know. So we'll yeah, we'll just keep you posted on that. So appreciate everyone for watching. And yeah, next thing we're gonna do